Hello everybody, how are you doing? So I'm doing a video. Sometimes when I pray, sometimes my prayers come out really thoughtful. I'm not actually doing a prayer. I'm kind of talking out my thoughts to see if you guys follow me. Okay, so for the past so many weeks, I'm just curious, how has your days gone? Have your days gone by smoothly with no problem, or have you noticed that there have been it's like little tiny things take so much time to get done and you're wondering why? Okay, so I'm kind of maybe gonna touch base on that a little bit. I'm also gonna touch base on some other things, like when it comes to the groups that we hang around. So I mentioned this the other day. When it comes to the groups that we hang around, sometimes the people around us that should influence us to do good are sometimes influencing us to do evil. So the question is, how do we get out of these type of situations that are no good for us, and we know deep down in our heart we should not even be entangled in them? Okay, so when it comes to your prayer life, how much do you feel that you're able to pray, to speak your mind? Okay, sometimes when I think about just how things in the world maybe went wrong, I traced it all the way back to the Garden of Eden. And I always wish, what if Eve didn't sin? What if she had listened to her husband? Or what if she had listened to, or if the husband had listened to the creator? Like, how would things be different? So sometimes I trace things all the way back, and I wish with all my heart that we could go back and change things, that we could go back and make the right decisions. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I can't go back in time like that, but where I am right now, how can I make things better? How can I make this a better world? Okay? So let's just think about all these different things. So when it comes to the people that we hang around, sometimes the people we hang around, they come in our space because of reasons that we didn't anticipate. Sometimes we don't necessarily want them to come in our space, but they're in our space. So how do we behave decently? How do we tolerate the situation with the best attitude? What happens when people ask you to do something inappropriate and you don't know the response? Okay, so then my question to you, so I'm asking so many questions. I apologize if I'm circulating your thoughts and not letting you think clearly. But like, when you want to pray, do you feel like you can reach out to the Creator and speak from your heart? Do you feel like you have enough privacy to do that? These are all things that I kind of want you to think about, because in order for this to be a better world, a lot of people have to kind of be thinking the same thing. Like, how can we make this a better world? How can this world be good again? Okay? That's what I'm trying to get into your minds. How is it that we can put our trust in the fact that when we say, for instance, if a woman gives birth to a child, she would never give birth to a child if she didn't really anticipate on taking care of it or loving it. Or I don't think women really give birth to, and I'm not going to speak too much because there are a lot of minds that do naughty things, so I'm not going to speak too much. What I'm trying to say is, when it comes down to it, shouldn't this world be a good place? Shouldn't we trust that when mothers give birth to children that they anticipate on taking good care of them and loving them? Or wherever children are, the people that are around them caring for them are going to actually teach them the right way. Like, what person would purposefully try to teach a child to go in the wrong way? Broad is the path that leads to destruction, and many find it. What parent, what guardian, what a person in authority, adult in authority, would teach a child to do the wrong thing on purpose, to lead that child down the wrong path? Are you following my thoughts? Because I believe and I trust that this is a good world, and I want other people to believe and trust that this is a good world too. And in order for that to happen, we have to kind of be thinking on the same page. So I'm trying to say, in spite of what it may look like right now, relationships are supposed to be trustworthy. Relationships are supposed to bring you joy. Adults are supposed to protect children. They're not supposed to lead them in the wrong way. I would ideally think that humanity wants to serve their Creator with a good heart, that we do not want to do the evil thing, the wrong thing that He told us not to do. So I'm trying to put forward a bunch of thoughts in your minds to make you understand that this world should be a better place. And if you've ever read the Bible before and you've seen where it gives us a picture of heaven and it says, well, the child is not in danger, even if it were near to a serpent, even though the predators are near to the prey, everybody's living in harmony. That beautiful picture that you think of in your head. What if we all thought about that a little bit more? What if we all created that beautiful harmony in our own hearts and minds? Would it manifest faster? Okay, so this is kind of my prayer, but it's not really a prayer, it's a thought. What if we made this world into a beautiful place by thinking beautiful thoughts, by knowing that we're supposed to do good and not evil? I believe in you guys, and I trust that there's love in your hearts and that we're going to choose to do the right thing, that we're not going to walk down the path that leads to destruction. And for some people, they may see it. Sorry, I shook the camera. Some people may see that path in different ways, but there's some things that we do that are clearly a way that leads to destruction. Like, say, for instance, if we teach our children to harm other people, if we teach our children to purposefully, like anybody who's purposefully trying to create, I won't say division, somebody who is purposefully trying to make everybody unhappy, that's not a good thing. Like, there's some things that we can all kind of agree on, like which way is the pathway that leads to destruction, okay? The pathway that leads to destruction is about, and I won't say hate in a broad term because people use hate and throw it at different terms, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm saying when you see someone happy and you evil eye them for no reason, that's the pathway that leads to destruction. Why would you evil eye them? If they're happy, if you're not happy, work on your happiness. So other things I can think of to explain to you. Let me think of when it comes to relationships. It's one thing if a relationship partner was going astray on his own, but if you are maybe trying on purpose to break up a couple and you're trying to come in between them and cause problems, if you see somebody and they need help and I'm not going to say laughing at them, but I'm just saying, what are the things that we do that are purposefully like trying to be mean, purposefully trying to create an evil world? I'm trying to help us to not do that. And at the very basics, so my start of how I want to, I guess, live on this earth, the 10 Commandments in the Torah, that's kind of where I start. And so some people can debate and they can say, well, one of them that's a little bit maybe contentious is like the Sabbath day, because this gets tricky because now when you live on your own, you make your own schedule, it gets tricky because sometimes you want to work and then that may be the day that somebody said you're not supposed to work, and it may be a little bit tricky, right? So I'm just throwing a lot of questions out there for you guys to think, okay? So what is good? What is the right path that we're supposed to walk on, okay? Peace and harmony is a good thing, but if you live to try to please everybody else, will you ever get anything done? It's hard to please everybody else. So what is that middle path that we walk on where we don't have to sin against each other, where we don't have to teach each other to sin, but we can actually live in harmony together and everybody kind of get along? Nobody's evil eyeing anybody. Everybody's pretty much happy. How do we get to that beautiful place, that beautiful world? Okay? How do we not worry about these little trivial things? If at the beginning of this video, when I said, how was your week going? I was trying to figure out, are there little things that are tying you down because you're having to please everybody? And it's like, it's almost like it's so simple, yet I had to please everybody and then it became so difficult, right? So I'm trying to get us back to the basics. Like, how can I wake up in the morning with joy in my heart? Give thanks for all the beautiful things that are here in life. How can I enjoy my day and be in harmony with everybody else? And we're all doing things we love to do. We're enjoying our jobs. I just want us to enjoy life, okay? I don't know if this video makes sense. I'm trying to help you guys to see the world in a happier way. Those things that are bothering you, maybe when you articulate it out a little bit, because sometimes it's hard to find somebody to explain these things to. But I'm trying to figure out, how can we clear the air and try to manifest things in a happier, better way, okay? So I don't know if this video helped or not. If you like the topic, maybe tell me another topic you'd like me to talk about. Okay, I appreciate you listening. If you like it, like, subscribe, share, or comment, okay? I appreciate you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.